Day 15, and we are in the Lake District. With it being day 15, that means it's the final day of the 15 national parks in 15 days in the UK. The Lake District is home to some of the largest and deepest lakes in England. And today, we're going to be doing a nice circular route, and we'll look over Derwentwater. Let's get to it. We're a little more sheltered from the wind here, so you might be able to hear me better. Show you the views. We just reached the top of Latrigg Hill, which is around 368 metres high, and that allowed us to nicely see over Keswick and the beautiful Derwentwater. The old railway building, which now appears to be a hotel. Started the walk over there where the car park is and headed along and up that path and through some woodlands and along and around. Then we headed up to Latrigg Hill, 368 meters high roughly, and saw some great views of Keswick and the Derwentwater. We've come back through this park to finish the walk, but we came along over the top of the hill, along through some woodlands, and then there was a nice railway path that we joined along before heading back into the park here. In the park here we just got the river along as well, just along here. That's it, day 15 complete. All 15 national parks in the UK we have visited and took a walk/hike in every single one. Today, the Lake District, a nice 10-kilometre route starting in Keswick. We headed to Fitz Park, we went into a woodlands and headed up, and then up the hill to Latrigg, where we then got to the peak and looked over Keswick and Derwentwater. We then continued over the hill and down through some other woodlands before joining up to an old railway line, which is a nice trail. We then carried along there before cutting in back to the park and getting back to where the car is. That's it, we've completed it. What a journey. I was thinking of all the different walks, routes, beautiful landscapes as I was hiking today. And it's so difficult to pinpoint what's been the best. It's just been such a great experience and I've really enjoyed it. And most of all, you've been able to join along with me too. And it's your support that's allowed me to keep going along this. Because some days with the weather, it was tough going. But the beauty of the landscape continued to shine on through. That's it for the challenge. However, let me know, what was your favourite? If you can. Who knows, maybe it's difficult to pick. But let me know. And also, I'll continue to document hikes as and when I complete them. So feel free to drop some recommendations on where you think I should go visit next. And thank you all once again.